Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have this Cambridge interview question. Cambridge interview question. Square root of 2 or cube root of 3. Which is larger? Which of these two expressions is larger? Let's look at it this way. Square root of 2 versus cube root of 3. Before we look at this question, please, today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel. Please, I would urge you to subscribe to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, please give me a like, share my video, and also I want to see your comment in the comment section. Thank you very much. So now back to the question. If we have square root of 2 and cube root of 3, which of these two questions or problem is larger? It is very easy. What we are going to do is first we need to write both of them in index form. So square root of 2 in index form is 2 to the power of half. And then of course the cube root of 3 written in index form is 3 to the power of 1/3. 3 to the power of 1/3. Now there are two ways to compare. There are two ways. I'm going to look at the two ways. Number one, compare the powers. One of the ways is to compare the powers. How do you compare the powers? You make the powers the same and then compare the bases. Okay? Compare the powers. Here, make the powers the same and then compare the bases, rather. Compare the bases. So to do that, make the powers the same and then compare the bases. Number 2, compare the powers. How do we do this? Make the bases the same and then compare exponents. Compare exponents. So these are the two major ways. So I'm going to go for the first one, okay? Because that will be easier for us. It will be easier for us to compare the bases once we've been able to express the powers in the same, to be the same. So what we're going to do is to look at this power of half and this power of 1/3. So what will be the LCM? The LCM of this and this, the two powers, is 6. So what we are going to do is to say, for example, so in that case, I'm going to say, since the denominators are, the LCM of the denominator is 6, so I'm going to rewrite this as 2 raised to the power 1/6 multiplied by 3, because once we multiply 1/6 by 3, it's going to give us half. And then of course, multiply the powers here, 1/6, we multiply that by 2. Okay, we multiply that by 2. Okay, so 1/3. Yes, multiply that by 2. Yes, so that this will be 1/3. So from here, from that end, from this end, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply this index law. If I have a raised to the power of m all to the power of n, I'm going to write it as a raised to the power of n times n, which is the same thing as a raised to the power n. So I'm going to apply this rule here. This is dots. So I'm going to use this rule down here. So this becomes 2 to the power of 3 all to the power of 1/6, and then of course I have 3 to the power of 2 all to the power of 1/6. So you can see now that, so here I'm going to rewrite this as 8 to the power of 1/6, and then here we have 9 all to the power of 1/6. So you can see, by the time you do the comparison, since the powers are the same, then we can compare the bases. And you will agree with me that this is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3, and this is the same as 3 squared. Of course, you know this is 8 and this is 9. Okay, so between the two, between 8 and 9, you know you can agree with me now that 8 is less than 9. Therefore, square root of 2 is less than cube root of 3. So that is that. Square root of 2 is less than the cube root of 3. So between the two numbers, so we can say which number is larger. Cube root of 3 is larger than square root of 2. So thank you for staying by. Please like my video, share it, and then comment. I'll see you in my next class.